a more basic broken down one for conducting conducting a class discussion. And I kind of went over just giving your expectations beforehand. It's more of a, I feel like it's so hard at the beginning of the years when you're like setting the expectations, kind of setting the, at least the beginning of the trimester. And I feel like when I'm up there, I'm like, oh, we're already in this rut kind of thing if we're not answering, and it's so hard to remake it and kind of start fresh. Yeah, luckily we have trimesters too. Sometimes we're going to switch up students and get to start again, but it tells you kind of how to go over expectations, and then there's some neat ideas for getting respondents. So calling on people versus waiting for raising hands, and just kind of surprising people kind of thing. So not so, there's a fine line kind of between like only calling on the people that raise their hand and then kind of intimidating on calling on you because you're sleeping kind of thing. And so that gives, they give a few little suggestions for that, like writing all their names on note cards and just like pulling them out randomly. So they're waiting on that. Or even I thought, this could go either way too with the dynamic of your classroom, like once a student answers, they get to pick the student who answers the next question. So they could
they might like that.
Yeah, like you could either get that like, haha, I'm going to get you kind of fun thing, but then could get mad kind of stuff too. So I think that's just, you know your class better than anyone else. So it's just looking at kind of what you think would work for them. Yeah, it even goes over like how to answer the I don't know, how we get into that. And then even as a way to like use it, to give an example here about delaying assignments, like, hey, we're going to work on this, or we're going to discuss this, and you can share out, and when everyone's done sharing, we're going to go back to this and kind of do some more writing. And it's kind of like using it as an incentive. If you're talking more, we have to do less of that writing stuff, or less of this kind of answering questions on paper if we're engaging in discussion.
My first period would love that one.
Yeah. Like, sure, I'd much rather talk.
Yes, I'll talk.
Yeah, don't make me do anything else. But then, I mean, as long as they're doing, like, getting deep into it and really having effective conversations, like they're still learning and still getting the content that they need. And you did a great job, too, of, like, your learning standards up there, your targets and your objectives. And